Abigail?
Hiya. The first three callers are indicative as to why X and Elon Musk needs banning on this country, right? He is trying to manipulate politics in this country. If he was doing it in fairness on all different sides, but he's not. He's doing it to the far right. He's done the ASD in Germany, and he's doing it in Restore and all that in this country, right? They've just copied and pasted exactly what's on Twitter. And if Twitter was about a fair discourse, why is it that all the right-wing, far-right accounts are being promoted? I don't even hardly go on there now, because it used to be lovely. You used to have lots of different mix of people. You don't get a mix of people now. You get far right, far right, well, far right.
Try being a radio presenter. All you get is abuse on there.
It's propaganda, man, right? And as for this George Floyd, I'm going to go talk about George Floyd. I am sick to death of hearing about two-tier policing. Why don't you ask black people about two-tier policing, about how many people they've been killed by the coppers? I'm a white person, right? And I'll tell you now, right, white people are not being racially abused in this country at the state of knots at the way these people, these white supremacists, and you know, I will call them out. You need to call these people out. White supremacists, right? Because that's what you want, the great replacement theory. Some of you do want that, yeah? You don't like it that these lot have got equality. I understand about Henry, but that wasn't about race. Even the court judge said it wasn't about race. It was about incompetence, right? Because I've been arrested before in my past, right?
It wasn't just about incompetence. Right? Yeah, I mean, it was ultimately about a man who killed him.
No, but it wasn't about race. It's not about race. Because I've been arrested in the past. Trust me, right? And a similar thing happened. That they believed the woman because the other person before they even got down to the story, because that's what coppers do, right? They shouldn't do it like that, but they do. And they should have been more aware of being stabbed and stuff like that. The point is, it's not about race, right? The court judge said it wasn't about race. When it starts pulling people up who compare it to George Floyd, how dare they? Because I tell you what, Stephen Lawrence's mum, right, is really annoyed, right, at what Kemi Badenoch said.
Lawrence,
the same
yes.
thing, right? He didn't have justice for 20-odd years for that poor black person. You want to talk about two-tier policing? Funny, you never said that when all the black people were saying about two-tier policing. Oh, no, they're just lying, aren't they? But it's funny when it's white fragility, because that's what we're all seeing now, yeah? And isn't it strange how the likes of Farage never said nothing about Sarah Everard, yeah? When Sarah Everard was killed, apparently
he did comment at the time, but it wasn't the same response.
No, Henry, what he said was, no, you need to be really clear what you're saying.
I am, but you've just said he didn't comment. Abigail, respectfully, let me speak. No, you can't just do a monologue. But respectfully, what I was clarifying is you said he didn't comment at the time. He did comment at the time.
No, but he didn't comment in the same way.
Let me finish. You're quite right. He didn't comment in the same way. You can do a monologue, right, Abigail, and I'm enjoying hearing you, but you have to let the presenter come in.
No, you're right. I don't want to do a monologue. I just want you guys, I want you to be more like James O'Brien, to be fair. Pull them up.
Ooh.
Pull them up. I want you as a presenter,
right,
to be more like James O'Brien and start pulling these white supremacists. Oh, I'm not racist, really. I'm not far right, really. When we all know what they are, just don't want to admit it. I tell you what, right? Can I just tell you something about me, right? I'll share everything about my life, and I'll tell you something, right? If I was a racist, right, I'd be proud to be a racist, because I'd be like, you know what, that's what I think, right? But you know, these people, they hide in the shadows. They pretend they're not. When they're asked questions, oh, I'm not. I just happen to have a tattoo swastika on me. Oh, I don't know why I got that. Oh, just own it. I tell you what, I'd have more thing if they actually owned who they are. And you know what? Just start owning it and stop pretending, or stop being like Farage. I'm just asking questions. I'm sick of it now. Sick of this country the way it's gone.
Thanks, Abigail. Oh, my goodness.